Hi guys, welcome back. So, as you might have seen on my Facebook and Instagram, I've got a fair bit of work done, and in fact completed, nearly. Sigvald. The only thing left to do is put some magnets on the base. So, let's have a quick look. Got a 360 video on my Instagram, so you can check that out. I got to do that with my brand new display turntable, which I got from my sister. Very impressed with that. Yeah, so finally got it together. One thing that I did notice that I wasn't aware of is the hair has grooves and everything and is fit to the shoulder pads. So I glued the shoulder pads on, and I was going to let that dry, and then I was going to glue the head on. Luckily I didn't, because when I pushed the head on, the shoulder pads wanted to splay out just a little bit, and I don't think the head would have fitted on properly if I wouldn't have done that. So if you come to build this model, if you've got a Hedonites army, make sure you glue the shoulder pads on the same time that you put the cloak and the head on. Save you a lot of problems. So what have I done? I've gone and I've done all of the gems on here, of which there is quite a few, one on each leg, on there, on the chest, one on each of the pins of the cloak, or at least that's how I've painted them as gems. You've then got one on, is this going to be able to do it? Yeah, no, one on each of the braids. You've also got one on each side of the sword. Rats, not the camera. One on each side of the sword, but they are tiny, so you're not really going to see those. Yes. All in all, I must say, I'm quite happy with my work. I think in hindsight, the freehand on the cloak could have been just a little bit stronger, but I'm happy with that as a little experiment. So from far away, you get little tiny bits of it. When you get up close, you just start noticing a bit more, especially on, say, that bit or on here. Yeah. Then I went in with, after I'd done that and I'd put it all together, I went in with a black oil wash and just oil washed, well, pin lined, panel lined pin wash, whatever you want to call it. Chest, all the details, pretty much everything, to be perfectly honest. Everything except the skin and the horns, and even the cloak got some on. So I didn't do all the cloak, but I did do the gold bits on the cloak. Oh, I also went in with some sepia ink, and I put some shading on the gold here and there to try and make it follow the line of light. Also did it on all of this piece, mainly on the top bit going along there, and I didn't do it so much on this piece because it's entirely in the light when it sits like that, so I thought it wouldn't have that kind of shine. Neatened up some of the reflective work on the sword, just redid a bit the glazing because I was very happy with how it looked on that side. I wanted to mirror that on this side, and it does. Okay, not for any competitions or anything, I just want it to look nice on the table, and I'm very happy with that on the table. Base is done in exactly the same way as everything done before, with the texture and the grass tufts. Skeletons were painted really simply, just in an ivory, a couple of coats of that to get a solid base coat, some skeletal horde contrast paint, and then the ivory back over the top to bring it back up, highlight it. Oil was applied to all of the stonework just to bring out each individual tile. You could go and do a mosaic pattern with that, as it is mosaic flooring, but can't be bothered. Want it to look like a marble-ish tiles, and I think it does that. So yeah, Sigvald the Magnificent. Well, Sigvald the Dark Prince, is it? Sigvald, nonetheless. Yeah, so that's the last bit of that to do, is just putting the magnets in on the base, in those little holes, and then I'm going to finish work on, well not finish, I'm going to continue doing work on Glutos, as I've got quite a bit to do on him. Got to do the ogres and whatnot. Once I finish those off, I can start moving back onto the chariot. The chariot, what I'll say, is getting there. I think the next thing to do on the chariot will be scrolls, the knives, these bits of, are they coins? Oh no, these are the coins, so I'm just going to show it. Coins are pretty much fine as is, you're not going to see them really, and that's all going to be gory and bloody, so I'll probably have to highlight up, well, do the black, or whatever colour I'm going to do the leather work, and then do those red bits of meat and gore and whatnot. I think, I could be wrong, but they might be like little treats, because I think that's where the slave driver goes. That could be little like bits of organs and treats and whatnot. They lobs in front of the ogres to get them to go places. I don't know. Yeah, chariot's coming along nicely. Hopefully by next week I'll have got some more work done on this to show you. I've also decided I'm going to strip the paint off the 3D printed Keeper of Secrets. Not all of it, but just on the top half. One of the, it looks like some of the resin had just like seeped out of one of the lines underneath the primer. So I've cleaned all that off and I've left it in the sun, and I've not seen any, what little sun we've got. I've left it in the sun and I've not seen any more leak out, so I'm going to leave it maybe a bit this week, and if it's not got any shine on it or anything from any more resin leaking out, then I'll prime it. And I think I'm going to go for, with a lighter grey. Might even order some Molotov grey primer, but we'll see about that. Anyway guys, short and sweet, that is it for this week. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you next time. Bye. Well guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe. Also be sure to check out our Facebook page at Wolfen Studios, the link's in the description. As always, thanks for stopping by, catch you next time.